So if you're a creator right now and you feel like you actually know what you're doing, you know how to shoot, you know how to edit, you feel like you have your own distinct style, but brands aren't taking you seriously, then this video is for you. Because the biggest thing holding most creators back isn't skill, isn't ambition, it's leverage. And today I'm going to show you the exact system that I used to get started and still use today to create leverage with clients that don't even know I exist. It's called spec ads, or speculative advertisements, and once you understand this, you'll realize that you're never going to have to wait for permission to work with your favorite brands ever again. But to start, my name is Gabe, and I've been a creative in some form or fashion for the last 10 years. The first 8 of that, I was building my creative agency and producing content on different social media platforms. I started as just a lifestyle traveling photographer and videographer, and in the last year have transitioned into more of an educator and helping other creators do the same. This page is basically brand new, but my goal is to create a lifestyle brand that also educates on how to create better content, how to build your personal brand, and even drop insights from what I learn as well as the other creators in my community, FS Creative. Content to help you shoot and edit better videos, to build your personal brand, and just to take your first step at actually pursuing this passion for creativity. So if that sounds like something that could help you out, I would very much appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button, and I'll just keep pumping out more content just like this. So let's get into it. To start, most creators usually hit this really frustrating moment where they know how to create, they're producing good work, their edits are super solid, but they still have no idea how to get paid. It feels like nothing is coming to them, and they also don't feel like they can reach out to people because they don't have a portfolio to show good work, and they end up just getting caught in limbo and they don't even know how to take that first step. And even if they do have a portfolio, it probably doesn't show the type of work that would actually get them hired. When I was first starting, my portfolio consisted just of landscape shots, street photography, nothing that would really attract a brand to want to pick me and to work with me. And so that's exactly how a spec ad actually comes into play. You're not hired, there's no contract, there's no communication between you and whatever brand you're working with, but you still produce the highest quality piece of content that you can. You're essentially creating a creative prototype that allows you to then pitch your work to other brands and potentially get paid from it. You can pitch it directly to the brand that you're working with, but typically it's better for actually just building your portfolio and showing that you have a body of work. It's just like showing a web mockup before you actually have the actual site, or like a startup creates an MVP product before they have the actual product that they want to sell. This is really just a project for the two of you to see if there is a mutual benefit that the brand is going to get what they need, and you're also allowed to get exactly what you need. And before you start thinking that this seems like a scheme, you don't pitch it like you did work with that company. You can very clearly put on your website, this is a speculative ad. And that honestly doesn't change anything because you produced the actual piece of content that they saw. So it's actually better because now they could just have you rework that for their brand and know that you're going to be able to immediately execute what you guys agree on. And so this is actually the exact system that I used when I was first starting. I had no work. I didn't know how to reach out to any brands. And to be honest, I wasn't even really thinking of it at the moment. I was just excited to produce good work. I bought a pair of boots that I absolutely loved. I love that they produced a super high quality product, and I thought that it would be a very cool brand to work with. And I was out cutting firewood with my friend in Kansas. I had him throw the boots on, and I just snapped a quick photo of his shoes on a pile of firewood. I posted the photo on my Instagram, and the company reached out to me wanting to actually work with me. To be honest, it actually kind of blew my mind. They were ready to send me $300 and another pair of boots for more photography. And this is how the spec ad system kind of just fell into my lap naturally. Once I figured that out, I started to reach out to other brands with content that I produced. I would purchase their product, I would shoot their product, and then I would send them the photos and ask if they'd be interested in buying it. And while a lot of companies weren't ready to pay for the content, they were very excited to collaborate with me again. And through this, I was just able to build my portfolio from project to project. And so even if not every company pays you and only a few do, you are building your portfolio so that you can actually go target the company of your dreams and to build the campaign that you think they would buy. And through this, I was just able to build credibility. I was able to build proof that I could produce the work and the style of work that these brands wanted. And if we weren't aligned, there was nothing lost. I literally built a campaign that I was proud of that I could then sell to another company. And so spec ads really work because it's solving multiple problems at once. First, it forces you to stop thinking like a photographer or a videographer and to start thinking like a brand manager. You need to produce a campaign that is gonna work well with that brand. It's gonna click with their audience, and it's gonna help them accomplish their goals. So instead of asking, does this look cool? Ask, what could this company actually use and get the most benefit from? Second, it allows you to build a portfolio intentionally because you're able to actually go pick out the clients that you want. You can really stack together whatever brand direction that you want directly in your portfolio. And you can really tailor that to the work that you want to do. If you want to work in fashion, you shoot fashion. If you want to shoot cars, you can just go shoot whatever car you want, knowing that you're slowly piecing together this brand that you will potentially pitch to a real client. And finally, the most important is it removes the need for permission. You no longer need to sit around constantly emailing brands and not hearing anything back. You just start producing whatever you want to today. You pick your brand that you want to work with or your industry that you want to work with, and you start building out whatever you can build today. There's no reason to wait any longer. You've literally solved the problem and you can start right now. So here's the exact system that I follow and also teach. Step one, pick the niche that you want to work in. It can't be everything, so just pick something that you think you would want to work in for the next year, 3 years, or maybe even 5 years down the line. Step two, pick a brand that fits your current level. We don't want to start with the biggest brands in the world. Obviously, we want to work with Sony and DJI, but finding brands that are in the same vertical but could actually work with somebody who's just starting out is also very important. And so while we'll get to those bigger brands, start with something a little bit smaller and a little bit more realistic. Step three, build out your concept. This is understanding the idea, the emotion, the story that you're telling within your campaign. Understand that it's probably going to require other people to join you, and be realistic with what you can actually produce with your gear, with your storytelling skills, and everything that you have to offer. Step four, do push yourself to actually try to wow the person who is watching this. If you're doing a video, maybe that could be some insane transition or different story element. And if you're building a library of photos, it could be some hero image that really challenges you to think outside the box. If you can create something memorable, it's only going to increase your chance that this brand or another brand will want to work with you in the future. And then finally, make sure that you emphasize the use of the product. We're not trying to produce Super Bowl commercials from Coca-Cola where you have no idea what's happening until you put the logo on it. We want to see the product, how it's being used, and how you can do the same with a different product or client in a different industry. Okay, so now that you've actually built your spec ad, what do you do with it? And I think this is where a lot of creators mess up because all they do is they post it to their feed hoping it goes viral and then it flops. If you're just starting out and you haven't worked with brands, putting this on your feed is going to confuse your audience. The best use of this is to use it as a centerpiece for your portfolio and to continue to stack up these wins inside your portfolio. This spec ad will also become your centerpiece for any client that you reach out to in the future. You need to produce a very shareable and easy link that you can just fire over directly in Instagram or via email, and try to keep it very simple. Less is more in this. Try to show your best work and just wow them as soon as they open up the link. And if you do this right, this really can turn into your entire content ecosystem when it comes to getting paid work. So if you feel like you could use some accountability or structure when it comes to building out your campaign, I would highly suggest you check out my new creator community, FS Creative. I'm going to be dropping an entire masterclass on how to support you through building your own spec ad campaign. I'll teach you how to create the actual campaign from the mood board to the shot list and how to actually go execute it. Templates to help you build a portfolio, whether that's using a free resource or a paid resource like a website, and the exact email and DM outreach that you can use once you have your spec ad to start getting paid work. There's also tons of videos teaching you how to build your personal brand, how to create confidence speaking to the camera, and just how to create better content overall. We have weekly calls where you can hop in and just say what's up to the people, as well as flow sessions that allow us to just hold each other accountable as we go through and produce our own content. I'm super excited about this community that we're already building. And if that sounds like something that could help you, there is a link in the description for you to go check that out. And you can hit me with any questions that you have. So the last piece that I want to leave you with before ending this video is that it's so important to remember you don't need permission to start. So if you're in the same position that I was in when I was first starting, then I really hope this video helped. And yeah, I will chat with you soon.